What up, my ninjas? Alright, so today I'm going to show you a workout I, you can do, I can do, we can all do in a small space. I'm doing it in my bathroom. See how little space I have? Don't judge me because it's messy. We're renovating my room, and, you know, some places have to be storage. So, anyway, I got this little, probably like 4 by 4 foot space, maybe a little bigger. Um, what I'm going to do is a form of HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training. Um, and it's pretty much you do one exercise for, like, in this case, a minute, and then you go right to another one, and you do that one, and then after a minute you go right to another one. Except for I include stretches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you the exercises to do. I'm not going to show you the whole half-hour workout. But for a half hour, do what I just said. And it'll be 10 exercises total, kind of. Some of them are one exercise, but you got to do it to each leg separately. Um, and as for stretches, what I've been taught is when you first start stretching, do it for like 15 seconds to 30 seconds. When you're comfortable with that, then you can bump it up by like 10, 15 seconds and do it up to a minute 30. For this HIIT purposes, the high intensity interval training, I do it for a minute. So let's get to my list here. Okay, so first is a quad stretch, and that's real simple. Just you lift the one leg, you grab it with the opposite leg. I don't know how well you can see that. Maybe if I try showing it this way. You lift one leg and you grab it with the opposite sided hand. You can do it with the same hand, but I've heard it can do damage to some plates and stuff in your knee. Probably isn't a big deal for adults, but kids definitely. I wouldn't do the same hand because you don't want to stretch your leg like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do both sides. So I'll do, left. I'll do both sides. You saw how the workout goes, or that exercise goes, and then you just try to balance. You try to balance it, and if you gotta like touch a wall to keep your balance, and so be it. Or if you really have trouble with it, just hold it. So I'm gonna try to keep my balance because that also works on your balance and all the muscles in that. After I do that, I'm gonna do sit down squats. That's pretty simple. You sit down and then you stand up. You just need, I am using this toilet, and that's all you do. You know how sitting down and standing up works. Boom. Next, hammy and calf stretch. This is one not as big a deal for which hands you use. Probably get more of a stretch using the opposite hand, but this is pretty much how it's going to work. You just go down and you touch. Try to keep this leg mostly straight, but don't lock it up. And that's how it works. You hold that for a minute, and then you switch sides. And then knee raises. That's just boom, 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 boom. You can call that marching in place. And then calf raises. You pretty much just. Oh, start doing this bending over so I can show you what I'm doing. Boom, boom. That's what you're doing. There's 3 ways I think you can do that though. If I think about it, I'll do it different ways. You can do it fast. You can just do it kind of 1, 1, 1, 1. You can tell one go up and down, right? Or you can just do it, hold it for a little bit, pick a random time, or you can just hold it for the whole time. And that's pretty much how the calf raises work. And then to counter the quad stretch. Okay, first with stretching, even lifting, you want to do like the opposite stretch or the opposite lift if you're doing weightlifting. So the quad stretch is the opposite to the hammy and calf stretch. Now, opposite for the balancing I do when I do the quad stretch would be balancing, holding my knee up, which is hard. But I'm going to do that too for both legs. So that counts as like 2. And then the last one, to counter the knee raises, just butt kicks. Just boop, boop, boop. You can tell, you can see what I'm doing here. You're pretty much just kicking yourself in the butt. And that's how that workout's going to be. It's bam, bam, bam. Minute of one to the next one. Minute of that, minute of that, minute of that. And that's how it pretty much works. And that's what I'm about to do right now. You can imagine in your head, because I'm sure you guys don't want to watch that for a half hour. But there's some good apps to time yourself. Just look for HIIT Training, HIIT. And yeah, peace, subscribe, like, follow, and all that other stuff.